That's so close.
Yeah, we
Okay.
good. We good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we on. We live.
Okay.
We live. Okay. We live and direct.
Live and direct. Live and direct.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Just Cooling Podcast. I am Country Red and you are,
I'm DJ Quinn.
And I'm Miss
and
Dawson.
sis, you are. We have a
I'm
beautiful
Jerrica White.
lady tonight, special guest. Give everybody your name and give everybody your resume.
My name is
Go
Jerrica
ahead.
White, and I am an artist from the DMV area. Um, I've been singing since the age of 8 and writing since the age of 11. Um, I did a lot of live band, like local band performing, um, and then I had to raise my children, and so now I'm testing the waters again.
Okay.
Already. So I'm gonna hit you with the first question. So, what was the first song that you heard that made you want to actually be an R&B singer or a songwriter? What was that first moment you knew, like, I gotta do this?
The greatest love of all.
Who?
Come on,
Whitney.
Whitney.
Great love.
Yes.
Whitney.
Whitney.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. I'm telling my
Tell
age.
us why.
Yes, Whitney Houston. When I was a little girl. Why? Oh my gosh, her voice was just so powerful. The way she belted out the music. I wanted to be like her. I wanted to sound like her.
Okay. Well, now, what would you say
So,
you, since the age of 11? Was you doing like talent shows, or what was you doing at the age of
Yeah,
11?
just talent shows, local talent shows around the area. I didn't um, I didn't start really performing until I was 15, and
Okay.
at the same at that that still was local performances.
Okay. And
Okay.
you
And what was
and
that?
oh, go ahead,
Um,
Dustin.
what was that like? Your first performance? Like, how did that feel?
Um, I was a nervous wreck. I'm not gonna lie. I was a nervous wreck. I'm an introverted person. You know what I mean. So it takes it
Yeah.
to this day, it takes a lot to get up in front of people and you really just laying yourself out. So I still struggle with it. But I guess the more you do
me and
something,
you
the
both.
more comfortable you get with
Yeah,
it.
me and you both. Wow, introvert, man. Yeah, we share something similar. It's kind of hard to even do what we're doing along with my co-host
Mhm.
and my sister. So, like, I'm still trying to get used to that. So, I definitely feel you on that.
An introvert with an
Um,
extrovert job, right? How does that work out?
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. So, how much of a role did your parents play in influence you to want to get into music?
Oh man, most of it, because as I said, my first musical influence was Whitney Houston, but even before that,
Mm,
I grew up in a house with my mom and dad singing all through the house. My mother would
Mm.
pick up a speaker and just belt all day long. My father whistled just as well as he sang. So seeing my mom and dad sing around the house is what actually started, like initially started everything we wanted to do.
Now, how was that growing up in the DC area? How was that growing up?
Growing up in the DC area, was awesome actually. Especially if you like music. It's a
Oh,
lot of music here. I'm sure it's music in every city, but here, especially the go-go
yeah.
scene, go-go music
Mm.
is very popular here. And you if you weren't in a singing group, then your favorite cousin was in one, and you was at the practices. You know what I mean?
mm,
So it's like everybody knew somebody. Everybody was in a singing group, or that's just the way it was right here. Where I'm from in Alexandria.
okay.
Do you think I'm just asking, do you think because you're a female it's been harder or easier? Like what has your experience been trying to break into the music industry as a female artist?
Um, I you know I don't think it's made it any harder as a female. I think
Mm-hmm.
especially because I'm pretty much a local artist.
Mm-hmm.
If you good, you good, male, female, whatever. I feel it's in our area the males and females get the same respect.
Okay.
Have you did any
So who are
performing?
some of
Oh, oh, go ahead, Grant.
yeah. Go ahead, brother. No, go
No,
ahead,
I
brother.
was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna
Go
say,
ahead. Go ahead. Go
have
ahead.
you done any performing in DC?
I have like in my band performing days, we do the local clubs all throughout the DMV area.
Okay.
A little traveling maybe to North Carolina, something like that. Um, but yeah, so I'm pretty much a local girl.
Can you talk about that a little bit more? Your band, like, how? I mean, I don't know if you with the band anymore, or how did y'all start off the
Well,
band wise?
I wasn't in one band
Okay.
the whole time. You got a lot of musicians out here that are in that same band. They've been in a band for 30 years, and then you got other ones who, we just go wherever we're asked to perform, and at some point you're going to cross each other's paths again. You know what I mean? So,
Gosh.
for a long time, I didn't really do it for the money. You know what I mean? Because coming up as a new artist, they kind of ganked me into, well, it's no money involved, but it's a lot of exposure. So
Mm-hmm.
I did it for the love of music, and then eventually I was able to, make a living off of it as well. So
Mm.
pretty cool.
Who are some of the bigger talents or musical influences that came out of the DC area or Virginia area? Like who are some of the artists that we might not know that's from that area where you grew up at, as far as the
Raheem
top talent?
Devon, if you're familiar with Raheem Devon,
Mm.
he's
Mm,
Okay,
I
he's from
love me
okay,
some
here.
that's yeah.
Raheem. Yes.
Um, he's from here. Um, I know there's other people from here. A Marie, I believe she's from here.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't know that.
Okay.
who else is from here?
So you got
I can't think of
Wale.
any. Yeah, Wale. That's one of the major ones. Exactly, Wale. Um,
Is
that's pretty much all I can
dang, wait
think
a minute,
of.
hold up a second. Is Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle from the Washington DC area? Y'all are
Yep, they from Maryland, I believe.
Mm.
okay, it's a lot of slept on talent out there that's mega hard, just going hard right now. So that's the reason why I asked you that question. Okay,
But you know what
because
though?
people sleep on DC.
I would like to speak on that a little bit. The slept
Okay,
on talent out here, right? This area,
cool.
you are right, has so many talented people, but it's
Mm.
like
Mm-hmm.
like the support we find ourselves getting come from somewhere else. You know,
Mm.
the
Right.
artist. I don't feel like the artist. It's like everybody is in competition with each other, but it doesn't have to
Mm.
be like that because every artist is going to bring their own different flavors. Everybody can get some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like so many of these artists that are unheard here, would get some more exposure if they just would work together a little bit more and help each other get out of it. You know what I mean? But that's almost
So
non-existent here. I hate to say it.
lack of unity, you feel like it's like that on the East Coast, like lack of unity, because it feels like that here in the Midwest where I'm from too, and I'm pretty sure my sis and Q might feel the same way.
Yeah, it seemed like lack of
Lack of
unity.
unity, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think it would be like that out that way because I feel like it's more accessible for you guys to, I guess, take upon the challenge of getting that creativity to, I guess, get a chance to perform and get record deals and stuff. So I never knew that. So I'm glad that you shared that.
It's probably more
And
accessible for artists. I mean, just because like of a big city, y'all close to the big
Mm.
city
hmm
probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I'm
is. It's
thinking
a
about like
very
New
big
York and
tri-city.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
Yep.
what is your creative process when it comes to writing or singing? Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you write a song or when you sing a hook? Or, like, what is the recording process like?
Well, for me, um, in the past, I've written, like, come up with an idea
Hmm.
and then take it to a producer and
Hmm.
let them write to it. But my preferred method is give me an empty track, like an empty
Oh,
canvas,
okay.
and a lot of this, well, all the time, not even gonna fake. My lyrics are true stories. My lyrics are
Mm.
about some kind of
Right.
true personal experience. Almost everything you hear that I've written is something that I've been through. And
Hmm.
give me a blank
Right.
track, and it just depends on the instrumentation of the track. Whatever vibes the track gives me, that's where I'm going with it. You know what I mean?
So you gotta let the track talk to you, and then you put that pen to the paper,
Absolutely.
however you write it down, and then you just go in.
That's right.
Okay, that's
Absolutely.
dope.
Can you talk a little bit more about the single? I don't know who you are. Can you talk about that?
I don't know who you are is that's my newest baby. Um that is based off of a true a personal experience. Not the video. I
Mm.
get a lot of questions like, well, what
Okay,
made
I
you
was
want to
wondering
be
about
the
that.
the
Okay.
I let me go ahead and clear that up.
Yeah.
The concept, the lyrics, I wrote the song, but the
Okay.
concept of the video comes from the mind of Mr. Chris Porter. So I didn't, bring up the idea of beating up somebody, but I just kind of flew with it, But so that's my newest song. It's about a female who's gotten fed up with being in a one-sided relationship, and she's held it in for so long. And when she released it, she just released it with the vocal vengeance. And you'll hear me. I call it yell singing that I do in there. It's just like you can feel it. So yeah, she got to look out her for herself. Look out for herself.
I think we all been in that situation.
Mm.
I'm sure.
I
At
plead the
least
fifth on that
once.
matter. I'm pleading the fifth. Uh, I'm pleading the fifth. I'm trying to keep
So
it
I
going.
see your daughters, they have amazing voices as well. Have you ever performed live with them, or do you plan on performing live? Like, what are they going to be in the industry also, or what's the plans for that?
Well, I myself and my daughters are all signed to Dogface Records.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I have one of my daughters is a solo artist, Jody J, and then the three
Hmm.
of them together are a group, Trail X.
Oh,
So we're all signed. We performed all together a couple of times. We've done a couple of Facebook lives, doing it like that. But we are definitely planning to do some more performing together real soon.
okay. All right.
So what's the feedback been off your song or off your singles, and what's next after that?
To be honest with you, the feedback has been 95% positive.
Good. Good.
That's
And
awesome.
that's a shock to
That's
me.
really
Like this EP is called Phase Two. Well, because I thought my ship had sailed. I really did.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I had to,
okay.
put the music thing aside. I did the local band thing, but as far as pursuing my own like a real career, I had to raise my babies. So now my babies are
Mm-hmm.
20 and 18, and now
Mm-hmm.
I can get back. Now, not only was I able to, find myself back into it, I get to do it with my children. So this
Mm.
is this is phase
Oh,
two. This is my second chance at doing this music thing, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed as far as all the accolades I've received. I'm humbly grateful for each and every one of them, and I'm working on a few different, couple of different songs right now. I'm in creation mode. I'm writing, I'm arranging, and I'll be putting out a new EP in the next few months.
man, we can't wait to hear it. You have
Yeah.
like an old school soul, you know what I'm saying? When I hear your voice, it's like, wow. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to hear that voice come out of you like that. And I was like, oh wow, okay. Took me back, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was in the 70s or something like that. Like, okay, you know, that's dope.
Like who are some of, who
Thank
are
you.
some of your? I mean, I know Whitney is some of your influences, but who else is would you say you listen to?
Let's see. A lot of older people, like my favorite female group is the Emotions.
Mm.
They
Oh,
kind of my
see
daughters
this
kind of
time of
remind me of
this.
them. They're three biological sisters.
Yeah.
My favorite male group is Tavares, another older group. Luther
Really,
Vandross.
Tavares? Wow,
Oh, I
they really
love to.
slept on. Wow,
Oh my gosh, aren't they? Aren't they? They
Yeah.
they
really are
slept on.
super, super slept on. Yeah. So
Wow,
people
I
like
ain't heard
that.
nobody say that.
Yep, Tavares. Yeah, that's my favorite group. Yep. So anybody. My soul is old as it is anyway. So when I was a little girl and all the other kids listening to the '80s music. I was listening to my mama's records, and then
Mm,
my daughters are doing the same thing now. There's nothing to walk in my house and hear the '90s music blasting because by my
yeah.
daughter's parents. So yeah, so
I seen a
I'm into
couple.
bringing back the
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just want to say that we're working on bringing back that true rich R&B sound.
Yeah.
As an artist, I don't want to knock any other artist because it's not easy being an artist, no matter what type of artist you are. So I respect every artist, but I just feel like you know the songs of today, the lyrics are seriously lacking substance.
Mm,
I mean, it's like the instrumentation is like, where's the thought process?
yeah.
Where's the what am I trying to say? Where's the joy for your
Creativity
love of
or
music? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Where's
right.
any of that? It's like any and everything is being put out, and I need to hear those lyrics that make people, you know, gravitate towards the song. I need to hear harmonies. I need to hear live instrumentation. Crying out loud. So I'm trying to bring that sound back a little bit more, like
And
Bruno Mars.
also, there's no more stories in songs anymore either. Even I can throw
Yeah.
in rap music too, but there's no more stories like the beginning,
Hmm.
middle, and the end. You know
Yeah.
Yes,
that
yes.
the music industry is lacking that also. To me, in my personal opinion, you know,
Hmm.
Well, let
they
me
just
ask you
gotta
this.
take you on
Let
a
me ask you
ride.
this
You
quick
know,
quick question, Miss White. What you think about auto tuning?
Auto tune. Um,
uh-oh. Let me give me a
it's
cup of
it's an
water.
art.
Hold
It's an art. Go ahead and use it, but don't rely solely on it.
on.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I can't knock
Mm-hmm.
another artist for wanting to use it. The Roger Zapp dude did it. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't nobody wants to. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. I want to hear you sounding like a human. You know what I mean? I can't listen to that through the whole song. I
Right.
can't.
Yeah.
Like T Pain. I love T Pain, but he can actually sing.
Yeah. He
And a
can.
Yeah.
lot of people are
Can.
Yeah, you can.
under the impression that he can't because he uses
Yeah.
the auto tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I
So
like
who
your
are some
song
of your
"Brand New
go
Me."
ahead, sis.
That remind. I'm
Thank
sorry, brother.
you.
No,
It's
go
like
ahead, sis. Go ahead.
okay. I'm sorry, but
No, you all right. Go
the
ahead.
"Brand New Me." I love the beat. It's like I hear the go go, the house like house music. The beat, yeah, I
Go
like
go.
that.
That's
So
go go.
what? Who did that beat for you?
His name is Boris Dancy.
Okay,
He did it. He did the beat.
I like that.
Thank you.
Made me feel good. Like I said, you bringing back, like you said, you bringing back, like it remind me of like a the Brownstone vibe. It was another group that sang "Don't Walk Away." Who sang? I forgot the name of the group.
Jade. Jade.
Jay, yeah. So that's
Jay,
what it
yeah.
reminded me
Yep.
of. Like that was good. That's good music. So yeah, I like that vibe. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
You're
you. I call that
welcome.
my go go love song.
Yeah,
Brownstones and Jay. I got that CD
yeah.
right now. I'm about to go and listen to it tonight. Nah. So who are some of your favorite all-time writers? With you being a songwriter, so who are some of your go-to like you lean to for inspiration when it comes to songwriting or composing a
You know
song?
what? I have to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if I can answer that because
Mm,
of the artists that I grew
Hmm.
up listening to. I don't know who did and didn't write their own songs.
mm.
So
Okay, that's
I
fair.
don't know that I
That's
can
fair.
answer that.
Hmm. So if I threw something out there, I'm just gonna throw something out there since we're on that topic. So like Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder,
I love them.
Quincy Jones.
I
Okay, I'm
love
gonna leave
them.
it at that. Okay.
I love them. I love those people. I love everything that they've done. So
Okay. That's dope. Okay. Cool. Okay.
All right. Let me ask you.
What
Can
other?
you can you name 5 songs that impacted your life?
um the greatest love of all. Ooh, this is really hard. I'm old.
You in
I've
the
been
hot
here a lot
seat.
of years. That's a lot
Take
of
your
thinking
time.
back to do.
Take your time.
um
Might change tomorrow. Take your time.
um It Only Takes a Minute by Tavares.
Okay.
Um, oh, that's just two. Um, Escape, Tonight by Escape.
Mm.
Mm,
I
okay.
have to say that one because that's the first song I ever did with a singing group in the little
Okay.
my little teenage singing group. So that song won us first
Okay.
place, $100 each. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know that I can think of. I don't. This is another one of those questions that I'm not sure that I can answer. Outside of those three, because
Ah.
it's just far too many to narrow down.
Mm.
Marvin Gaye.
Can somebody can somebody assist Miss White? Toya, Q, give it to her.
um,
uh,
I
Help
don't
her out.
know. That
Anybody
is a
need
hard question though. That's a hard question.
It's like
She
I have to
said,
think back to so many different events and moments. I chose It Only Takes a Minute by Tavares because one night it was wee hours of the morning and I was half asleep and I heard this raspy voice coming through
mm.
and it was I know it was Butch from Tavares and it was the Don Kirshner's rock concert, some stuff I didn't even know what I was looking at, but that song, I was literally half asleep and when I woke up and got to looking at who it was, I started looking up Tavares and it kind of um it kind of opened up my ears to creating harmonies. So that's why I chose that
Mm.
one. And
very
Greatest Love of All is
instrumental.
the first one I ever sang. Um,
Mm.
I'm
what about
sorry.
Keith Sweat? I wanna.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's another one. Um, It's Love by Jill Scott,
Hey.
Oh
and that's
yeah, Jill
because
Scott.
that's the very first song I ever sang on any stage with a local band ever. I was 20 years old,
Wow.
so
I
that's why that one's special to me.
I seen now. Didn't you do some videos with Jill, like Jill Scott, just singing?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did some recent ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did. I
yeah.
did a few recent
Yeah, she's one of my favorites. Jill
Yeah, I
Scott,
love me some Jill. Yeah.
Erica
Do you
ones. I
like
love
Badu.
Jill Scott.
You like Erica?
I do. I like Erica Badu too. I do.
Yeah.
I like people like that. Cause
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
I like people like that because um, when the universe is passing out talent, dancing wasn't one of mine. So so dancing was definitely not one. So I like artists like Jill Scott. She don't need to jump around dancing.
Yeah.
Erica
Yeah.
Badu doesn't need to jump around dancing. So
Yeah.
I tend to gravitate towards people like that because I'm not gonna jump around dancing
Yeah.
because I can't.
Did,
Keep it real simple and stable.
did you watch?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Shaka Khan verses?
I didn't. I did not.
Mm.
Somebody else asked me that today. I didn't.
Yeah. She didn't look like she was herself, but
I heard, but I mean, come on though, come
yeah.
on.
She
This
what?
this
She
Shaka
probably
Khan
about
though.
70 or something.
She gotta be pushing like 70.
She
Yeah.
Yeah.
got to be
She paid
close to
her due.
70.
She paid her dues.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
She
Oh
did.
yeah.
She's one of the greats.
Still
You know
got the
what I'm
Yeah.
voice.
saying? Yeah.
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 Mhm.
And who was that was with her?
Stephanie Mills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephanie Mills was cold
Stephanie
too back in the day. Yeah, she
Yeah.
definitely was.
Stephanie Mills still got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Let me ask you as
So
far
you
as
putting her on wrestling.
let me ask you as far as do you listen to any like church music? Was you influenced by any church music?
No,
No.
Nope.
nope, no. I don't have anything against it,
No, no, no,
but I didn't.
absolutely.
I grew up in one of those
No,
houses
no,
where I love you, mommy and daddy, but we went to church on
no
Easter,
no judgment
Christmas,
here on this platform. No judgment here.
yeah,
No
Nah,
judgment here.
not at all, not at all. I just asked, a lot of R&B artists say they grew up in the church or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
a lot of people tend to get this certain type of response whenever I'm asked that
So, yeah,
and they find out I wasn't, they go, oh. It's like
yeah, yeah.
what? I have church within me every
Right,
day. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So what are values that you 100% believe in?
Mm.
Musically or overall?
I would just say overall. You can say both. You know, combine both of them, musically and
Um,
overall.
Loyalty. Loyalty
Loyalty.
to
Okay.
your circle, loyalty to your circle, and loyalty musically to your craft. I'm so big on that because
Mm.
Okay.
I went through a period where I thought I had to start changing my sound because nobody was belting out notes anymore, and I'm still doing this old
Mhm.
Whitney Houston stuff. But I decided to just adhere to what I do because somebody out there somewhere is gonna like it. It's something out there for everybody. So
Mm.
loyalty, stick to your craft. Don't ever give up. Don't ever think it's too late.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Well said.
Mm.
Let's see here.
So who is someone you would like to work with as far as
I
R&B or yeah.
one day I would like to sing with Kiki Wyatt. Now I'm no
Oh
Kiki Wyatt,
yes.
Oh,
but the girl can
wow, I
sing and
forgot
she a
about her.
goofball like
Yes.
me. She's a
And
goofball
she
like
does it
me.
so
So
effortlessly.
I
Yes.
yes, I mean effortlessly. Yeah, I want to sing with her one day. And I know I'm dreaming big here, but saying big names like that, but Bruno Mars as well,
Why not?
because I'm sorry.
I said, why not? That's what it's all about.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I have to speak it. I get it. I get it. I have to speak
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Definitely got to put
And
it in
I
the
say Bruno
universe.
Mars. Absolutely, absolutely. Bruno Mars is he's got that old sound. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Got that
Yeah,
old
you do.
sound coming back, and I really, really appreciate that. So I would love to do something like that with him.
I could
That's
see you
crazy.
grooving with CeeLo Green.
Oh yeah, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I could see you make some with CeeLo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Put some of that house music
Without a
to
doubt.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
and CeeLo Green.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be dope.
He comes to this area. He likes this
Really
area. I
dope.
think he likes go go too.
DC. A lot of people come to DC.
Mhm.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So what's one thing you learned being on the label for Dogface Records? Like, what's one thing, the thing that you have learned? What's one thing you could take away from being on that label that you did not have before? I did not
Um,
know, I guess. Or you could just even talk
I
about the
did. I
experience
did.
just being on Dogface
I
Records.
oh man, being on Dogface Records is not what I always thought being signed to a record label would be. I always had a lot
Mm.
of
Okay.
fear and distrust associated with signing to a record label. I'm an energy. I read energy of people. So when we had
Hmm.
scheduled our very first Zoom meeting, I was all about the CEO's energy. I'm like, this my babies. He trying to sign too. So I mean,
Hmm.
this record label is not all about the money. As crazy as that sounds, I promise you, it's the truth. This record label
Okay.
cares about each and every artist signed um, obtaining their dreams, living their dreams.
Mm.
It's definitely not all about the money with this record label. And I've learned that there are positive labels out there somewhere who genuinely want to see you succeed, and see you, do go as far as you can go. Um, I had no idea how grimy the business can be. You know, in this industry, you gotta have thick skin. I'm so sensitive too. I gotta work on that. But you gotta have thick skin. I'm keeping it real.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I've definitely had to thicken my skin up some. You know, I've learned that in this business, you can you can obtain anything you want if if you press past your your fear. You know what I mean? Like your point where you're complacent. You know what I mean? You got to be able to step outside of what you know, go past what you're scared of. That's when I started to realize my dream was when I allowed myself to step outside the box. So, it's like everything I thought I couldn't do, I've done. So
Mm.
that's a good piece of information to give to any other artist, a fraidy cat artist like me. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Right, just Do it like Nike.
Let's, let's go on. Let's
All
get the
right,
wine
cool.
on in segment.
Okay. So, Jerrica, every Wednesday, me myself, I paint like jewelry and I do art with earrings. It's basically like myself on earrings. And then I also try wine because I love wine. So every Wednesday, at 8:30 Eastern time, I try a wine and then I do a flash sale with my jewelry and I give everybody a positive word for the middle of the week. So, this week I started my Christmas collection. So these are a pair from my Christmas collection. These
Okay, I
here.
see you. The other way.
I can't. This
There
confuses
you
me.
go.
This way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like
but
that.
that's perfect, perfect. Yeah.
And then here's another pair. These are just
Mm.
simple. I have like four, I think, different collections. I have. This is not so plain Jane. I have symbols. I have freestyle. But for Christmas, I wanted to do something where you could wear it all year round. So that's what I do. I love me some wine. I love
What
to
you
paint.
got? Let me see the ones you got on now.
Oh, these are.
That's Peggy, right?
It's hard. Yeah. These say boss. This is my little character. It kind of look like me. But yeah, I focus on symbols and colors, and that's just what I do. And like I said, it's like my personality on my earrings. I do it every Wednesday at 8:30 on my Facebook, Miss Dawson, and then I have my Instagram, Dawson Jewels underscore, and then Etsy shop Dawson Jewels, and they range between $50 and $25. So check me out.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. I saw a pair last night that I wanted to look at getting.
Oh,
I
okay.
try to, read up on the people who I'm
There
doing
you
interviews
go.
with, so I can, But yeah, we'll
Okay.
we'll discuss that after. But I saw a pair that I like too.
Okay, good.
That's
Okay,
love
thank
right
you.
there. Now,
Um, I
universe
wanted
part.
to ask, I wanted to ask you, just like with anything art or anything that you do, you have a why, and I think you probably explained to us what your why was. But could you tell us what's your why and what keeps you pushing and to keep going?
Well, again, I'm a spiritual person. I'm newly awakened, and we'll leave it at that. But I know my purpose now. I went through my
Hmm.
whole life not knowing my purpose. My why is because I was put here to heal people through music. That's
Hmm.
my gift. So that's my
Yes,
why. And also because of my babies. They want to do it, so I want to see them do it and help them do it. That's my big
Mm.
whys.
yes, I felt that in my spirit too. Oof. It's always good to know your purpose because some people struggle with that. Between your passion and your passion can be different from your purpose. And you have to figure out what's the difference and which one is your purpose. What is really your purpose? So I feel that.
Now see, um, a person could overlook their purpose because society thinks it's not important.
Mm,
You know,
Mm.
yeah,
um, you can get a degree in music. You know, it can happen.
yeah,
People do it. You know what I'm saying? But I was told that it was a waste. Don't waste your education on a music degree and stuff like that. I
mm,
just had to
yeah.
stop that.
So talk about that a little bit. What do you think is good for people or individuals that go to school for music?
I do because if you get up and go to a place that you love every day, doing
Mm,
something you love doing, you won't look at it as work. You won't dread doing it. You know what I mean? You'll be best at it. Um, like my family wanted me to go to beautician school. My aunt owned a beauty salon for years, years. She still has it. So I was a little shampoo girl, and I was good at doing hair. I pretty much know a lot of about doing hair, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sing. You know,
mm,
I've got notes written in my yearbook from certain family members. Baby, I know you love music, but focus on them computers. And I'm today I wanted to go to college to be a music therapist. Luckily, the universe has shaped it to where I am a music therapist now. I heal people through my music. But
mm,
I it could have happened years ago had I didn't have a whole lot of encouragement. So if you want to go to college for music, do it because you will find a way to make a living doing what you love because you love doing
yeah,
it.
that's
Mm.
good.
So how do you balance being a mother with daughters and doing music? Like, how does that work? Is there a happy
Um,
medium, or you just try to make it work how it gotta work?
it works wonderfly now that they're older. You know what I mean? And when they were younger, whew, it was hard because I was a single mom, and
Hmm.
all the other band members. A lot of times they were able to leave straight from work and go get ready to do the gig. I had to feed my babies. First of all, I had to get their homework done. I had to feed my babies. I had to bathe them, put them in their pajamas, and take them to my grandparents. So it was very, very, very stressful. It was so hard. You had some bands was like, no children at rehearsal. So not everybody was welcoming of it. But now that they're
Hmm.
older and they're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's like they actually have encouraged me to get back into this. And I was pretty much okay with just letting it be a lost dream. But I'm so
Mm,
glad that they didn't allow me to do that.
That's
that's
dope.
amazing. That's amazing.
Can you
We
give
live
us?
in a
See.
person.
Oh, yeah. I
Go,
was going.
go ahead,
Can
Q.
Can you give us 5 helpful tips on just singing? As far as like whether it's I'm not a singer, so I don't. you know,
You more
what's
like
Voice
what's
melody. You gotta
control.
put a song
yeah,
together.
voice control. Can you give us 5 good helpful tips for
You not a
someone
singer,
who's?
Q?
Um,
I mean, I can blow a little bit, but
I thought you could sing, man. Sound like hollow notes.
well, I would have to say, um, make sure you do your breathing exercises.
Mm,
And these things that I'm saying are things that I need to be getting off of here with y'all and doing myself too. You're never too old to do it. Definitely get your breathing technique under control. Do some type of like some kind of cardio exercise, something just to keep your diaphragm strong and stuff like that.
mm,
Um, how do I say this? Um, never think you've reached your limit. And I'm saying this as a vocalist
Mm,
because I was at a band rehearsal once and we were doing an Alicia Keys song, You Don't Know My Name, right? So there was this
mm,
part of the song that I just hadn't sung up that high ever yet. So I didn't think I could do it. And the keyboard player was like, "Man, why y'all got her trying to sing this song? Y'all see she can't do it."
mm,
So I left rehearsal and I rehearsed it at home. And I rehearsed it and I rehearsed it. I didn't say anything else. We got to the studio session and I did everything. I recorded everything that they said I couldn't do. So,
mm,
you'd be surprised to know just how far you can stretch your vocals, up or down the scale. What was that, three? Um,
mm.
let's see. What else? What else can I think of? Practice every day. Practice every day. If it's not for 5 minutes, because if you don't, the more you don't practice, you'll get more and more used to not practicing, and then you'll find yourself vocally deconditioned, and it is
Mm,
so hard to get it back. It's so hard to build it back up, no matter what formal training you've had. Your voice is your instrument. You know what I mean? So
hmm
I think that's pretty much all I can think of.
Yeah, I didn't know. I like exercising for sure. I mean,
hmm
I didn't know
hmm
just little stuff like that could influence the way.
It really does. I used to jog a mile every morning for the girls to go to school, and it was just belting out. That the voice control that I had was out of this world. It's because I
mm,
exercised my instrument,
Mm,
and over the years as I stopped doing it, I mean, we were upstairs singing. Me and my friends were upstairs singing in the living room. Not a dance step, not a nothing, and I was so out of breath.
yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait a minute, we're not even doing our steps. We just sing, and you'd be surprised. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised what your diaphragm can give you vocally, your core strength.
What about like drinking tea? Does that help with your voice? Drinking tea, hot tea?
Um,
I heard about that. I don't know
I
how true
I
that
do
is, but.
it's true. I've always done ginger.
Okay.
Peel the
Mm.
Mhm.
ginger, cut it up in a bunch of tiny pieces, boil it, and then just turn it off, and then drink it warm. Let it sit as long as I can, and just sip it. And I've been hoarse different shows. I recommend that
Mm.
to any vocalist. If you don't already do it, please try it because
Ginger.
it can really change your performance of that night. It could make or break you
You hear
performing or
that,
not.
Q?
Ginger.
Mhm.
I'm on it.
Drink you some
And
ginger,
and
man.
you know,
After
I
this
hear
show,
I hear
man.
people you hear people saying drink lemon, right? You always hear somebody saying
Yeah.
that.
What
Yeah.
about honey?
Me for
Mhm.
my personal experiences, if you're already hoarse,
Hmm.
already kind of scratchy, don't do the lemon because it's acidic and it just feels
Oh, that
wrong
makes
anyway.
sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're scratchy, that's when you use the honey. I feel like it coats everything. And if you are
Mhm.
clogged up, for lack of a better way, you got mucus and stuff going on, then that's what you use the lemon to cut through that. That's how I
Mm.
do it. I
Makes
don't,
sense.
you don't automatically just drink no lemon just because you're a singer. Different circumstances call for different remedies.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that
Man,
definitely makes
that's
sense.
some game right there.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I thought the lemon helped, but that's a good. I
Mm-mm,
don't
not
know
in all
about that.
circumstances. Mm-mm. If you're already kind of barely hanging on, then the lemon is the wrong thing.
All right, let's go to the Who You Got segment.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
go
Can
ahead,
I
go
please
ahead.
say one more
Yeah,
thing
yeah, absolutely.
to any artist out there who suffers from anxiety? Really, really shy, really scared. Do not resort to any type of substance to get you through your show because your
Mm.
inhibitions will be lowered and you'll be feeling like you're getting it. And then when you go back and listen to it, you're all off key. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Don't do that.
Miss
Don't do
Dawson.
that. Don't do it. Don't do
What? He
Don't,
said, Miss.
don't be drinking during your
Nah,
shows.
that's important because you don't
It
hear a
is
lot of
important.
artists, singers that
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
I don't think I ever heard that advice before, even from the big names that's in the entertainment business. I don't think I ever heard that before. But that's
So, what
dope
do
that
you
you said
suggest for
that you
that?
pointed that out.
Because what do you suggest? Because I do model too, but I be so like when I be on the spotlight, I be so like scared. I don't know how to just like relax. So, what do you suggest for anxiety? Like as far as like stuff that you can do to get you
Meditate.
ready and not be nervous.
Meditate.
Nothing. Okay. Oh, meditate.
Nice
Meditate.
to meditate.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
that sounds, so a lot of people are like,
No,
what?
no, no.
But
That yeah. Okay.
meditate. Meditate.
Q over here
Focus
got a
on,
candle in the background.
you performing that performance without anything aiding you. Just put all
Yeah.
your thoughts and energy towards that and it'll become
Okay.
Yeah, put the weed down, Miss Dawson.
Oh, I got. I
that.
don't know. It's just wine, not
Oh.
herbs.
Oh, man.
All
Wow,
right, let's
man.
go into
Wow,
the
wow,
let's go into
wow.
the Who You Got segment. Who
You
doing
got
that?
this, Q?
I thought you was doing Miss Dawson. You doing the Who You Got, didn't
Oh, okay. So this is a segment where we ask who you got, and you got to pick one. So, Pay the Bell or Gladys Knight.
you?
Gladys Knight.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn, that was
I,
quick.
I agree.
Can you tell us
That
why?
wasn't that hard.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know. I just want to hear the
Uh,
explanation. Like she was like,
look, y'all don't
Gladys
get me
Knight.
booted out the don't get me booted out the music industry before
Man,
I get in
we
here
love
because
both of the
no,
queens. We love both of the
I
queens.
love them both. I love them both. I just think that ooh, y'all gonna get me hurt. Let me see. I love them both.
No,
It's just that
we, we got
Patty Gladys does what am I trying to
more
say?
soulful
Less
or
less
nah. I ain't-
less
Yelling.
hollering, less yelling, yeah.
mm,
Okay,
Patty is
okay,
amazing. Patty is amazing. Patty is amazing. But
yeah. Her vocal range is
me
crazy.
personally,
Yeah.
yeah. I just gravitate towards Gladys Knight. Just my personal
Okay.
Okay. I,
yeah, that
I
was.
respect that because to me, now to me, she seems more soulful. If I could hear Patti LaBelle over more soulful songs and ballads, Patti has hers too. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, the body of work is two different parallels. But I can see why you chose her. I'm probably gonna play some
Who got the better
Gladys
Christmas
Knight
album?
first. Oh well, shit, I
Mm.
don't know. Probably
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't have to go back and do more research on YouTube after this. But
Wait, let me ask you. What you?
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one.
well, let me ask you. What you think about Mariah Carey?
Oh,
I love her. I like Mariah Carey. I like her.
Okay. I mean, she has the
Her-
number
He,
one
he got
Christmas song ever, so they
yeah,
say.
he got the Christmas album. That's what he's
Yeah,
trying to say.
but I can't hear the Christmas songs without envisioning the lack of professionalism during the holiday performance hiccups.
Mm.
You know,
mm,
you know,
yeah,
you gotta stay humble, please. Be
yeah,
humble, whoever you are, no matter how big you are. Stay humble. You know,
yeah,
don't be mean to
yeah.
people because you didn't do your part. You
He said, "I come in peace." So, how important is it to have a good support system in your journey as far as what you do?
It's extremely important because you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. You're gonna have your days
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, why am I doing this? What am I doing? You know, and if you don't have anybody there behind you to say, no, keep going. Why would you stop if you come this far? Um,
Mm,
it's
Mm-hmm.
important if you are in a relationship to have a
Mm-hmm.
significant other that can respect your love for music. Because
say
being an
that. Say
artist,
that
if
one
you
more time. Say that one more time so they understand.
I say having a I say if you're in a relationship, it's very important to have a significant other who can respect your love for music because
Preach.
if you are a dedicated artist, you're going to put a lot of time into your craft. And it's not
mm-hmm.
going to be easy
Mm-hmm.
to do that if you have someone, you know, with the nose turned up, why are you always doing this? Why are you always doing that? You know, it's extremely important. If you are a parent of young children trying to do this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
grandma and them, they help you with your. I had help when I was in the bands and stuff, so it's not easy to do this with nobody behind you. You know, you gotta have somebody behind
Good support system. Yes,
Absolutely.
you. Absolutely. Hmm.
yes, yes, yes.
Well,
So you say
we
you
all have a support system.
are you going to do an album with your daughters?
If not a whole album, at least a single. You know, because they got a lot of stuff going on. And one doing her solo thing along with the group. You know, so let them do their little thing. Cause I'm doing my own little thing too. But
Right.
I do want at least one song out with them. I do.
Okay. Yeah.
That sounds
Shout
really cool.
definitely shout them out. What's their group name? What's their name? You know, so
The
we could be
group
looking for
name
them.
is Trey. The group name is Trey Alex, and that's three, meaning three from Alexandria, Virginia. Um, um, my other daughter, who's a solo artist, is Jody J, and her single out right now is called Dream Party. She has a music video out for that as well.
Okay. Hey, what's the name of the song again?
Dream Party by
Dream
Jody
Party.
J.
Jody J.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm on that.
Mhm. And it
Anybody
says,
have any
I get
more
this question a lot.
questions?
I get this question a lot. It says, why does it say featuring Jerrica White? I'm not in the video or anything. It's just you can hear somebody giving her a pep talk at the end. That's me. That's all.
Oh,
People
okay.
like, I didn't see you in the video. I'm like, no, I'm not in the song.
Gotta give mom her credits.
Yeah.
Oh
Credits.
yeah, already got to do that.
Yes. So, what do you think? I have one
So,
last question. What do you think about
go ahead, Smith.
the R&B music now? If there's any, I really don't know if there's any, but like as far as like, I mean, of course you, but like as far as R&B female artists now, or any R&B music, what do you think about it?
I think I think it's making a comeback as far as the R&B with substance. I can
Mhm.
remember like a few years ago it was just obsolete. But now it's a
Yeah.
lot of there are so many unrecognized, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing indie artists. you know.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
it's
agree.
just all
Yeah.
about who you know. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Unfortunately, that's kind of true in some cases.
Yeah.
But I believe there's a lot of underground people working really, really hard to bring that back to the surface a little bit. So
Yes. I agree. Yeah.
little girls need a little more than just booty bouncing and
Lizzo
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking because, like I say, every artist brings their own different flair.
yeah,
Mhm.
But they need to not only have that to gravitate
Yeah.
towards. They need to have, let them choose or something. But it just needs to be a little more variety brought back.
Yeah. I agree.
yeah. I haven't seen. I mean, like you said, there hasn't. I think we need to bring back some type of real musical awards.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For because I don't really see any. I haven't seen anything. Musical awards besides Drake is on there, but I mean he ain't. He's a rapper, but they
Yeah.
put him in the R&B group, situation. So you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the '80s and the early '90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh
because
yeah.
it's
Oh my
not it's
God.
not lost. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
it's everybody. It's different. People is going into different categories now. So
Yeah.
when it
And the
used to
people
be
out there doing it, I'm sorry,
no
but
no
the
no go
people
ahead you
out
good.
there doing it are it's like they're having such a hard time being discovered. It's like
Hmm.
nobody wants to
Yeah.
hear that anymore. It's like, but it's not true. A lot of people want to hear
Yeah.
that. So if you got the I've heard this from my daughters. There are like talented teenagers out there, but who are like embarrassed to start a singing group because they'll
Mhm.
be champ. That's what they
Wow.
call it. Oh, you champ. You know,
Hmm.
that could keep the kids off the streets going negative things if they
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Right.
it just needs to not be given
Right.
the label of being something that geeks do or uncool kids do. That's not gotta
Yeah.
change that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Agreed.
That's true. It's true. With that being said, how can everybody get in contact with you? Give everybody your social media, streaming platforms, songs, anything you want to promote. Go ahead and let everybody know right now within this moment.
Okay, well you can find me on Facebook at Jerrica White Music. Also on Instagram at Jerrica White Music. And I have an EP out. It's a 3-song EP entitled Phase Two, but the leading single on that EP is called I Don't Know Who You Are, and there is a music video on YouTube for I Don't Know Who You Are as well.
Check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody have any last minute questions before I do the closing quote? Or anybody want to do any shout outs, promotions? Make sure y'all also hit the like button. Also check out our merch also. Uh, so I guess
Shout out to
nobody else has
everybody at
nothing else.
Dogface Records, up and
There you
coming
go.
label. Everybody's working really hard to help each other realize our dreams and bring some
Absolutely.
good music back and get the DMV, on the map again. Some more.
Already.
Absolutely.
Heard. Shout out to Dogface Records, man. We all in this. We all in the same struggle, man. We all gonna get there at some point. So this is why we
Yeah.
do this. This is why we have this platform to kind of help everybody get discovered. Allow everybody to have
That's right.
their voice heard. And so, um, it's cool that you was able to come on the show and share your story. We really do appreciate you.
Yeah, we highly appreciate you
Thank
for
Um,
you
sure.
all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all
Really
so much for
appreciate it.
having me.
no problem. So every show that we have at the end of the show, I like to leave the show with a closing quote. So just bear with me. The closing quote goes like this: if you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people. I'm going to repeat that again. If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell the truth about other people. And that's by Virginia Woolf. Just let that marinate. Feel free to comment. If not, we can just leave it at that. Um, nobody wants to say nothing. So with that
That's a good
being
quote. No, that
said,
was good, brother. Shoot. I
that
mean,
was cool.
deep.
Okay,
Don't
I
put.
don't know.
Yeah, that's a good quote. You come with them quotes.
No, I be taking me a while to, cause I be trying to like tailor made it, to the artist, or I guess that we have on. Sometimes I might be off, but I just like to leave everybody with something to lead the show with. You know, other than that, if nothing's left to say, man, we
Wait,
are
hold on.
out and we are just
Let me see if
oh, okay,
Miss
okay.
White gonna sing us out. You gonna sing us out one time, Miss White?
Oh Lord, okay.
Gee.
There's something on my mind. It's time we had a conversation, babe. This thing's been weighing so heavy on me. Where do I begin?
Mm.
I feel so estranged. Things ain't the same. I can see now what I could not then. Looking back on happy days, I can see now that it was one-sided. Oh.
Okay, now.
Hey,
Yeah.
we good. We
Come
good.
on, Q, where
Thank
you at,
We
man?
you.
Where you
good.
at? We need to do what, Q? We need to do what?
We got something in common. Hey, pull out the Bobby. Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
man.
we
It's been a
appreciate you,
pleasure.
madam. Yeah, we
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you. Salute. We out just cooling.
Yes. Please. Thank
Salute.
you.
Just
All right.
cooling.
Peace.
All right. Peace.